What's up, everybody? Nativo Gonzalez, host of Paid to Cause podcast. I'm in the Get Faded barbershop in beautiful downtown Santa Cruz today with my boy.
How's it going? It's Jose from Get Faded Barbershop.
Man, we've been collaborating on some business projects lately. We've been having so much fun together that we came up with a little concept for the shop called the Barbers Chair. And today is our first episode featuring...
Today we're going to be featuring our first guest. He's an OG. He's been working here at Get Faded since 2018. The one and only Ramon Flores.
Woo! Let's get it.
Man, how you doing?
Great, man. How are you?
Pretty good.
I appreciate you coming in on your day off, man, for our little interview session, dog.
Yeah, I hope it's an interview.
Hey, man, we're having a good time so far, anyways, right?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Ramon, I want to ask you, man, how long have you been a barber?
I've been a barber for 15, so about 6 years now, going for 7.
Wow, you're a young guy, huh?
Yeah, started off in high school.
High school?
Yeah.
How did that start, man? Did the homies need a haircut or something?
Yeah, I mean, back then my mom used to take me to a salon. They wouldn't like be super detailed with the haircuts, and I didn't like that. So no, I decided to go get my own clippers and practice on myself first, and then
So
going on with the homies.
you're really self-made.
Yeah. Start off then with the homies, and kind of grew clientele since then.
Yeah. So did you go to a barber school?
Yeah, I went right after I graduated high school. That was like one of the requirements. They needed like a high school diploma or a GED.
And then I know that in the Santa Cruz area, a lot of the barber cats around here, they go to a barber college in San Jose. Was that the place you went to?
Yeah.
So that's a real well-known college, huh? Barber college?
I mean, there's multiple out there. Out here in Santa Cruz, there's really sadly not that many.
So you decided to go out that way?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, no, kind of the best option for me too.
And how long is barber school? How long does that take, man? Is it like a 4-year thing, like college or something?
I mean, now they changed it up, but when I went, it was a total of 1,500 hours. So about like 9 months, 10 months. And then now they're gonna switch it up to just 1,000 hours, so it's gonna be a little bit less.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
How was it? How was the experience of being in barber school, man?
Honestly, it was pretty cool. I got to grow as a person myself over there too. You know, kind of like San Jose is like new territory for me, so I didn't know anybody out there.
Right.
So I got to build myself as a barber, as a brand that I wanted to be.
Yeah. And being so young, were you around, older dudes at the college? I mean,
yeah, I was actually the youngest one in my barbers, when I started.
That's a theme for you, huh?
Yeah. Even where I grow, I'm kind of the youngest, so yeah.
In here too, huh?
Yeah. But it's cool though, right? Because you get a lot of game from the dudes that have already gone through things that, where you're at now, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I always take notes whenever I hear conversations people talking about for like either business or like whatever, for future stuff.
Yeah.
I always kind of take notes and learn from them.
Right.
The fade, bro.
Oh, you going with the fade today? Yeah. How do you usually get your haircuts, Ramon? What is it? Are you a classic fade guy?
Yeah, I mean, I've been sticking with fades for years. What I started with. So I go with tapers once in a while, but I like fades the most.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what is it about barbering that you like the most?
Honestly, I like that I can be all the creative freedom that comes with, and the fact that I can grow meeting people every day too.
Yeah. What's it like working at Get Faded, man? Because I know that this is a real prevalent shop on the Central Coast, not just Santa Cruz. I mean, this shop is very well known. What kind of people do you meet on a regular basis?
Honestly, we got ranges for everything. We'll have students in here. We'll have new dads or businessmen coming in here, soon to be dads. A little bit of everything in here.
Yeah.
We get a variety of everything. So it's pretty cool. We get to learn a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
And what kind of barber are you? Are you like a real talkative barber? Or are you kind of one of the quiet guys that just gets it done? What kind of barber are you?
That depends on the client actually. If they don't feel like talking, I'll be like, all right, I'll just get the haircut done. I'll have a little conversation here and there, but if they're not really in the mood to talk, I'll just be quiet and just do the haircut.
So you kind of go off the customer's vibe.
Yeah.
Is that something that's come natural to you, or is that something that you learned in barbershop? Or
honestly, it's something I learned since I started here in the barbershop. Because before, when I first started here, I used to be the really quiet barber. Then over time, I kind of broke out of that shell. So now I'm a little bit more talk active.
Yeah.
But I can still feel out the vibe when someone wants to talk and when someone doesn't.
Yeah. Would you rather establish a relationship and have a talk during the cut, or would you rather stay kind of to yourself?
Sometimes I'd rather have a little conversation because you never know what you can learn from the client who's in the chair.
Yeah. I've always enjoyed that about going to the barbershop, man. It's always felt like an experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're always kind of
definitely.
excited who's gonna cut your hair if you're going to a new place or a new town or something.
Yeah,
You go and
definitely.
get a cut. My barber for 15 years, every time he goes and travels, he makes sure to stop at a barber shop where he's at to check out the vibe, man. And I've always just thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
So Ramon, man, barbering is always changing. And what do you do to stay relevant or to stay current in the barber game?
Honestly, I stay current with we get new clients every day, like new students. They come in with a new trend, so they'll come in here. They'll ask for different kinds of hairstyles that I've never seen before. So that's kind of how I set up the trend, either that or like go through social media too.
Yeah, man. Since I've been hanging out with Jose a lot, man, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and barber interviews and stuff. And
Yeah.
I think there's a lot more to this industry than people realize. You know, a lot of people just walk in wanting to cut, but you know, especially at Get Faded, Jose's made it an experience for the customer. And do you like the way Get Faded is operated and with that vibe that it's an experience?
Oh yeah, definitely. It doesn't really feel like a job, so that's why I like coming in here the amount of times that I do.
Yeah.
And it's just like I said, for me, it's like I always come in here, especially with it's like kind of a welcoming vibe. So it's you never know who comes in the chair and what you can learn or how the day will go, basically.
Yeah. And you know, I know some barbers have like specialty things that they do. Is there anything that you like specialize in or special cuts that you like to do?
Honestly, since I've been doing it for a while now, I kind of for me, I welcome every single haircut, but I love when people come up and tell me that they want to design it just to get creative with it. They don't have anything in mind. They just want me to be whatever comes to mind for me.
And how does that work? I mean, are you like busting out like a straight razor or is it all trimmer or how
First, I
does
start
that
with the trimmer. I kind of give the design like a little bit of what's called like a rough draft, and then for me the razor is like the final draft right there.
Oh, okay, so you do both.
Yeah, definitely. I like
okay.
to keep it with the razor too. You know what's it called? It makes the design last a little bit longer and gives like that sharper image too.
Yeah, word, man. Yeah, I get nervous with that straight razor coming around my face, man. But you know, it just seems a little old school, you know?
Yeah, hey, some people like the old school though, so.
Yeah, for sure, man. How did you meet Jose and get a chair at Get Faded?
Honestly, I knew of Jose before I even became a barber because my old barber, they used to be buddies, and then I came to Jose to talk about like working in the barber shop at a barber expo. I got like free tickets from my barber college.
Oh,
and
what?
I ended up going there and I messaged him. I'm like, hey, I see you have a booth there. Like, do you mind if I come by and like ask a couple questions?
Whoa, that's,
Yeah.
that's dope. Where was the expo at?
It was in San Jose at I think it was the Glass House. What it's called?
Glass House.
Yeah. The Glass House. It was a barber expo out there. Got to went up to him, introduced myself, told him I was almost done with barber school, and if by any chance by the time I was done and licensed, if he had a chair, if I could come work here, and yeah, he gave me the opportunity.
And so you're from Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
And because Jose was from Santa Cruz too, did you guys like have a connection there, or did it?
Like I said, I just knew him through mutual people.
Oh, so you already had an idea of who he was.
Yeah, I had a couple friends that would go to him. I had a couple friends that would tell me about his work, and I'd go with other people too. I just whatever the budget was at the time.
Right. And you know, my perception of a barbershop is that, you know, it's a special place. You know what I mean? It's a place where anybody can go and have a good conversation, laugh, get current events, entertainment news.
Yeah.
What makes a barbershop special to you?
Honestly, you kind of described it right there. It's like people feeling welcome and just have a normal conversation, or you never know. Like I always say, you always learn something here too.
Yeah.
Whether it'd be beneficial, or just a fun fact for the day or something.
Right. Get that extra crease in the brain
Yeah.
for the day. Well, you're right, because so many different kinds of people come in, right? And I've experienced different kinds of people from owning a motel and owning a car audio shop. But this is it's a fun, special place, man. And do you, when you're cutting hair and you're having these conversations and you find out somebody's occupation, what they do for a living, or business owners, do you try to dig in and kind of get tips from them and information?
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially if it's something that I barely learned about. Because when I first learned about something, I get intrigued for a little bit, and if I meet someone that knows about it, I pick at their brain the whole appointment.
Yeah.
And they kind of like that too, because they get to talk about what they like to do or what they do for a living.
Yeah, well, man, barbers aren't just people that cut hair, man. They're therapists. They're like your confidants. You know what I mean? I mean, I know Mikey knows so much about me in my personal life because, you're sitting there for 45 minutes to an hour, right? And you're getting this intimate relationship with this person, and having these talks and talking about your life and whatnot. Has anybody told you something that you'll remember for the rest of your life?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like, no, it was a little bit like more like, no, what's called like personal stuff. So yeah, no, like I won't really say, but yeah, I definitely remember some like conversations from like years back when I first started here.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I love that. And what have you learned from being a barber?
Man, I learned a lot actually. I learned, what's it called? Recently, I learned how I could like start up like my own, like without having to do like the traditional route. I could do like start up, in the modern trend with just like a laptop or something.
Yeah.
I can learn a little bit more like from people like like Jose or how he ran his business or what he does for like certain things. Yeah. I learned a little bit here and there.
Yeah, well, again, man, watching all these YouTube videos and these barber interviews from me, it's really enlightening because it's more, again, than just cutting hair. There's so many aspects to the behind the scenes of a barbershop, man.
Yeah.
And it seems like a really good training ground, especially for somebody your age, to get a good foothold in for their career if this is what you're going to do for the rest of your life. Or just life shit, as a whole.
Yeah, definitely.
You learn money management, you learn social skills, bookkeeping, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there anything you do to like, because I know barbers, they don't like have 401ks or anything. So are you mindful about how you save your money and what you do with your money? Or because you're so young, you're not ready for that yet?
No, definitely, man. I already have I got a little bit of an investments and all that. I definitely learned that, I'll bring the topic here and there. Like there'll be more people that know about it than I do. So I just pick at their brains or, we'll just like bring up the topic in between the whole barbershop and just like everyone joins in and, you just learn from there too. And that's where I take notes too, like I said. I'm always like, I'll bring up the topic, but I also take notes of what people are saying.
Yeah, see, that's dope, man. I don't know. I think I was pretty hard-headed when I was your age. I don't know if I was able to soak up that kind of information. So I'm happy for you that you're doing it, man. It's dope.
I appreciate that.
What do you do outside of the shop?
Man, I'm usually just, just hanging out with my lady or like going to the gym, just like, doing that or like trying to like get something else started too, like little side hustles as well.
Yeah, well, you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, just trying to build up like a second source of income because yes, like I love barbering, but living in California, you need more than just one source of income to live here, like comfortably.
Especially in Santa Cruz,
yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I think I do like 3 to 5 different things, man.
Exactly. See, you gotta have multiple. You gotta have option B, C, just in case one thing like has to be shut down for a little bit. Like with the pandemic going on, barbers couldn't really work that much.
Right.
So that's where I got the That's where it kind of like hit me in the face. Like, okay, I need to find a different way to make money too.
Right. How was the pandemic for you? Speaking of that, man, was the change really hard for you? Was it?
It was definitely difficult, like financial wise, because I went from being a busy barber to just being shut down, not being able to do anything for a while. Especially with the laws, like, 1 minute we could be open, the next we could be closed. So it was kind of hard. So that's when I got up into investments and like trying to start a side hustle with that. But,
is there anything specific that you've been doing?
Just like just putting like whatever money I have left over for like the month, I'll put it into like some stocks or into a Roth IRA, just like letting it accumulate over time.
Oh wow! So you're really getting into it. This is perfect time for you too, man.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
you're so young,
people always
man.
tell me like, take advantage of that. Like I'm young, so that's what I'm trying to do right now.
And see, that's the special part, right? For being a young man and then coming into a place like this and being surrounded by people that are a little bit older than you that have been through some stuff. Because it sounds like you're soaking up the game and you're applying it.
Oh
man.
Yeah, definitely.
You mentioned last week to me that you were starting like an Amazon thing. Is that something like you're really intent on doing?
Yeah, honestly, that's something I really want to do. Cause like I said, like it's like starting up a business, but it's like not the traditional way. It's a newer, like modern way of it.
Yeah.
So that's what I like. I like learning that. That way I can, like I said, like if this has to be shut down again for some reason, I have something else to rely on as well.
Right.
And for me, I've always been like a numbers kind of guy. How to accumulate money, what to do with money, or like how it multiplies, how to differentiate, how to scale up.
Right. And what's in the future for Ramon? What's the next 5 years for you looking like?
Oh man, hopefully, my goal is like, even though I love Santa Cruz, I eventually do want to, kind of like branch out and try out different cities. So hopefully in the next 5 years, I'll be in a different city.
Oh wow! So are you a big fish in a little pond trying to get it into the bigger pond?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been told there's always like more than just your hometown, and I want to explore that too.
Yeah. That's a great call out, man. I was fortunate enough when I was 18, I moved out to Sacramento. I lived in Vegas. I lived up north in California. And I've always been thankful for those experiences because it really shifted my mindset and what was out in the world, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Coming from Santa Cruz, man, we call it the Santa Cruz bubble, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to get stuck here and forget that there's other things going on. So I'm really happy for you that you're thinking outside the box and wanting to explore, bro. Listen, homie, I really appreciate you coming in on your day off and giving us some of your time. And
I appreciate the opportunity.
Letting our people know, what you're about and that you're down at Get Faded Barbershop.
Yes, sir.
So tell the people how to reach you, how to connect with you.
You can reach me on the Instagram. It's at stay_blended. I'm here Wednesday through Saturday. What's it called? Yeah, like I said, I'm always up for designs too. So
there it is, man.
Yeah.
Ramon, thanks for coming through, dog.
Appreciate
Thank you for tuning in to the Barbers Chair, featuring our special guest, Ramon, OG barber down at Get Faded Barbershop. If you want to make an appointment with him, you can go on to getfaded.com and you can make getfadedsc.com. You can make an appointment there, or you can call the shop at
831-600-8958.
Yeah, Nativo Gonzalez, Jose Moya, stay blended, Ramon.
Take it easy.
We'll see you next time. Peace.